Okay, I've corralled my little sibs. That's the next level that we're on now. I'm about to target my first one, just waiting for them to appear, and there they go. And with little sibs, it's exactly the same technique as with the SKs and with the Simons. And right near the end of the map stand this, I'm going to have to fly around on my very first one. And the first one's run. I'm going to activate my targeting guidance tech item, so I'll get the most out of my rockets. Again, I'm in battle config while I do this, just to get rid of them as quick as I can. Again, that's run. Again, but with these, by the looks of it, from what I've got on, I've got no prom or sep on my lasers, just on my rockets and shields. As with the other levels, that one's popped. Again, as you can see, this technique, I'm not getting hit at all by the group, as long as I keep away. These are a little bit faster than SK, so you're just going to bear that in mind to keep your distance. That one's run. Majority of these are actually running rather than popping by the looks of it. But again, use that technique that I showed earlier with the SK, so when they get to the corners, and just inch in until you can see them. And even if there was 30 of them in the corner, they all sit on top of each other in the exact same spot. So as long as, that one's run as well, as long as you keep your distance and they can't target you, they can't hit you. So you can sit there nice and comfortably and pick them off one at a time without taking any damage. So I'm going to continue now with this, left to right, then right to left, until I've either popped them or they're sat in a corner. And just to show you that technique again, I'll return when I've only got some in the corner, and I'll show you just once again how to pop them in the corner without getting hit. And then we're on to the BKs after this level. Okay, so I've finished the little sibs now, and I've only got the ones in the corner. Quite a lot of them have gone to the corner, so it's important that I don't start getting hit while I take these out. So using that technique I showed you before, you've got to find them. Now I found them there, and they're behind this. I'm going to move that over. Now even with that little bit, I'm not going to risk going any further. There's quite a few there. As long as that my mouse changes to a hand, I know I can target them. So click, targeted, kill it. Not using any different ammo. Just sit here now, nice and relaxed, taking them out one by one. They're not getting any hits on me till they're all gone. When they're all gone, you'll fly over it automatically and pick up cargo. Still there. And obviously if these were Gamma Gate little sibs, they'd be even more dangerous. As it happens to Beta Gate, still, like I said, there's quite a few. There you are, that's that corner finished. And of course when they're in the corners you can pick up all the cargo before it disappears. I'll fly to the bottom corner. Now we're going to get to the bottom corner. Change the speed config just to get there a bit quicker. This minimap is going to be in the way, so I'm going to move the minimap up well out of the way. And then when I get to the corner, I'm going to use exactly the same technique as before to finish the ones off in the bottom corner. We'll be back next, show you the technique for BKs and a technique for using SAB ammo to save on other elite ammo when you've got lots of your SAB ammo. So we'll catch you back when I'm on the BKs. Okay, I jumped out after I did the little sibs before I do the BKs. BKs hit very hard, and this is a beta gate, so they hit twice as hard. So at the beginning, if you was to make a mistake or get caught by lag, it's equivalent to being surrounded by 40 normal BKs and all hitting you at once. You will not last very long. So it's important not to have lag, and one of the best ways to do that is to clear your cache, which I've done. I'm not going to go through how to do that. There's plenty of, if you do a search on Google, how to clear your cache on whichever browser you're using, it shows you how to do that. But it's definitely advisable before going in up against your BKs. Okay, the prom that I saved up from collecting cargo, I've now added. I've got 18,000 rounds now of prommed lasers. I'm not using SEP, there's no need to use SEP. I'm using prom because it's quicker. BKs can take a while. There's 20 of them to do, and I don't want to be at it all day. I've still got SEP on my rockets, shields, and prom on my engines as normal. Um, the other thing about picking up cargo, why I don't pick up too much cargo, I like my Xenomite. Xenomite is useful for when I'm hunting for into the shields and smart bombs, etc. And every time you pick up cargo and it converts it to prom, it's using up Xenomite. So I tend not to. I get quite enough from my Skylab. So I'm all set up. I've got exactly the same setup. I've not changed anything apart from the prom and the lasers. I'm still using the same rockets and the same Yuri rockets, and I've got a precision targeter for my rockets to get the most out of them. And we're now going to jump into the gate. Okay, so I'm on BKs now. I've got them corralled. I've already took a couple out and managed to get the rest of the group into one huddle. Still using X2 ammo. Prompt now, as I mentioned earlier. Technique's exactly the same as with SIBs and with devs. A bit more careful with BKs. As I said, they hit very hard if you make a mistake. I'm still using the dragging technique. Don't want to be circling them. Getting a sore wrist. Just simply dragging them. And once this one runs, and then I'll create a gap between the group and the one that's running, take it down, collect the cargo. Just run over a few things that we've not covered while we're on the BKs. Just to reiterate, it doesn't matter with all these techniques which ammo you use. The only difference is how long it takes you to do each level. X2 on BKs, on beta BKs will take a bit of a while. You know, if you've got a lot of X3, you might want to use that. I wouldn't recommend using X4, it's precious for hunting, but it's entirely up to you. Something that wasn't covered, if they do start hitting you, as you can see here, that one's popped, we'll start another one. If you get too close and they start hitting you, and we're going to let them start doing that, let them get a bit too close. They'll start hitting me any second now, I'm sure. There, they've started hitting me now, I'm getting hit and hit. They won't stop hitting me now until I go out of range, so what I need to do is back off, go out of range, and up there it says you're out of range. They have now lost their lock, and you can continue. Now what often happens is, when you do this, I've lost that cargo from doing that, but never mind. Because of the glitch, as you can see, my lasers are not firing. They are actually firing, it's just a glitch of the program, that once you've lost lock and re-established the lock, you stop firing, you go out of range of them. Your lasers, you may have already found this yourself, but don't panic if it looks like your lasers have stopped working. They haven't. If you've run out of lasers, it will tell you up there. Now I'm not concentrating, so it's starting to hit, so I'll just go so that it shows out of range, and now they've lost their lock and they're no longer going to be hitting me. I'm getting close to the edge of the map, so I'm going to drag them round. And he's actually run. No, there's not enough room there for me, so I'm going to let him run by going through the back end and dragging the main group away from him, create a bigger gap, and then chase him down and finish him off. Taking a few hits, but it's only a single BK. If you want to take your time, keep your distance, they won't actually hit you when they're running. It takes a little bit more practice, but I've only lost a bit of shields and I'll soon gain that back while I'm doing the next one. Now, if you've got a lot of SAB ammo and you want to but not much of anything else. One thing that some people do tend to do is, and I'm going to do that now, is switch to Sab ammo and suck away all their shields. Sab is the one that destroys and leeches shields, and it puts it on your shields. Or you've took a few hits and your shields are down, use the Sab ammo just to recharge your shields. Now I'm going to keep using the Sab until we've got no shields left, which won't take very long. I can see now that his shields are gone. So I'm now going to switch to X2. Now my X2 ammo has a lot bigger effects on the BK and will kill it a lot quicker. That conserves X2 if I'm low on it. If you were using X3 say on BKs and you only had say 15k of ammo, but you had say I've got 60k of Sabs, you can use the Sabs to suck away the shields and you've got more than enough 15k of X3 to finish off the BKs. I'm not doing that because I want to save me X3 for the prots, which are next, the dreaded prots. Again, just making sure that he leaves a big enough gap between the runner and the group, and then chasing him down. Okay, we'll come back when we finish the BKs, and I'll show you the setup that we need to do the prots. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to take out a BK that's running without getting hit. We're chasing him down now. As you get closer, and you can see it on your minimap, just start edging forward. Don't get too close. Oh look, lag. A bit of lag there, but it didn't get me. Let's touch up a bit closer. Battle continues. You just see him appearing at the top of the map. Just keep doing that. Just keep doing that. And he's gone without hitting me. That's more important with, say, Gamma, BKs, if you've not got a very strong ship, because even the hits off that can take a lot off you. But doing that technique, just following them up and just close enough to take fire, to hit them without them hitting you. I've got 3 left to do, which I'm going to finish off now, and then we'll be back and we'll do the prots.